I'm up against the fight of my life. I'm so afraid to sleep at night. You won't get away. It's time for me to let it out. I refuse to run and hide. I must let it out. I refuse to run and hide. All the weight is lifted off my shoulders. I will not hold this in any longer. I know you thought that it killed me, but it has only made me stronger. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Let It Out. I'm your host, Debocious Rochester, and I am here with my co-host,
Raphael Jones.
Yes, tonight's topic is personality disorders.
Wow. Yeah.
Very important subject, right? Very important.
Very.
Tonight, I just want to welcome those who do tune in tonight. I want you to share this because somebody needs to hear this or call in. Give me your input, 302-324-3524. Am I right?
302-312-3534.
Yes, excuse me. Pardon me, guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
But tonight is a hot topic.
Very hot topic.
And we need to talk about this. And so do you know of anybody, or have you been through this?
I've been through friends who have went through it.
Okay.
So we have a family member that's, I believe, experiencing it.
Okay.
That has like this personality disorder thing that where they sometimes actually think that there's someone else or lived another kind of way or have and it throws you off when you have a conversation with them.
Yeah.
So you have to sit there and be patient with them, try to see what's going on, find out where they talking about. Yeah.
Who are you today?
Yeah.
I get that from people because people say, okay, Tebocious, are you jazzy or Tebocious today? And some people can tell, like my girlfriend, she'll say, you're Tebocious today. You know why? Because you're saying darling. And I never noticed that. I become very like, oh, darling, oh, yes. And I talk just like that. And, I do. So it comes out sometimes,
right.
And she'd be like, oh, Jazzy, you're Jazzy yesterday. So, so she's like, you the same person that, yeah, okay.
So, it can be, some people experience it like kind of harder where they really live that life that their alter ego is doing, and
that's
it kind of can be
takes
spooky.
over.
It can be real spooky,
especially
if you don't know who their alter ego is and that what they're trying to be.
Yeah.
So
This is a real topic tonight. Like I said, join in on the conversation tonight. You may know of someone, or you may you may be the one going through that yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So don't hesitate to call in, because you know what I like to do, right? I like to be all up in your business. And also, if you have any indie videos in music, please don't hesitate to submit them to submissions@plugstudio.com. Do not hesitate to do that, okay?
Right.
Yeah. So I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday. How was your holiday?
It was cool. It was cool. Went down to Baltimore to visit some friends, and had a nice little cookout. Watched them blow up everything. Okay. But it was actually all right.
Okay.
It was all right. We had a great time.
Okay. Yeah, I had a couple smiles on my face, which I really needed. We celebrated my sister's birthday yesterday. She turned 50 on
Happy
the 4th.
birthday.
Yeah, Daphne McKim. Shout out to this happy birthday. It was really beautiful. Family got together, so it was really, really needed, because, we all need to spend time together as a family anyway,
And plus, this is like the biggest holiday that
it is
since everything opened back up, so everybody to get together.
So there's no blockage there. Everybody's coming together like like we used to be slowly, but we're getting there more.
Right,
what I mean,
right.
gradually. So personality disorders.
Right.
Join in, call in. Don't hesitate to call in.
Definitely call in.
So have you ever, like, your personal, your inter ego ever took over or what have you?
All right. My alter ego is that it's doubtful. It's one of those things like, I doubt if I could do this. I don't know what's going on.
Good evening, Miss Jones.
Hey, baby. It's like that's my alter ego. That I would doubt a lot of things that I do. But other than that, no, mine is just my mind pretty much stays leveled to a certain degree. It's like if I get irritated or frustrated about something real quick, then I forget everything. But but my actual alter ego is the person that actually doubts everything. When I need to lift myself more, I look at myself like, no, it's not going to work, so let me help this person. That's me. So I would throw myself under the bus before anybody else get a chance to. So,
Yeah, you guys, personality disorders. Now, that's with mental health as well.
Right.
Some people say it's not, but it is. It is.
My baby said, I have so much more faith in him than he does. Yeah, she actually do. She actually do. I will sit there all day long like, well, baby, no, let's just do what you do. She's like, no, let's go. No, let's just go and do what you do. I don't think mine's gonna work. Let's do what you do.
Right.
Baby, come on.
Yeah.
All right, fine. I be like I'm mad at it, but it's like it actually works. I'm like, all right, baby, thank you. So
now the signs. Do you pick up signs from people when they're
it
in that
varies.
mode?
Yeah, it varies. It's like you'll pick up a sign one minute that they 100% with you.
Yeah.
Then the next minute you realize something is just a little
something's off. Yeah.
Something go off and you're like not sure exactly which way they're going with stuff.
Yeah.
While all of a sudden they snap, some of them get angry quick.
Yes, very.
And then all of a sudden you don't know why they mad because everybody was just laughing, stuff like that.
So your whole attitude and behavior changed, within that. Yeah, so I get that. Yeah.
And my baby again said I can spot it quick. Yeah, she can.
She
catches on to a lot of stuff quicker than I would with people. It's like we'll have a conversation with other people. And I may have missed something, but I was like, hold on. When did it change? She was like, yeah, I told you something might be wrong.
Something's there.
Right. So she'll see it before I would.
Yeah. And,
there are signs.
There are signs. You just have to.
You got to pay attention to the person that you're talking to because sometimes it goes off completely.
Like a wishy-washy.
Right.
Like 1 minute you're this and 1 minute you're that.
And I've seen people where you can have a conversation with them and they'll go completely off. Then all of a sudden you'll go, all right, come on, let's go. Hold up, didn't we go there already?
Yeah.
No, we didn't. But I could have sworn we just, and they ready to argue with you.
Yeah, very argumentative,
And they haven't done it yet.
Delirious, yeah.
What's that? Delirious of grandeur.
Yes.
Yeah.
So true. That's so true. Yeah. And the ability to take accountability of action. So true. She's so right about that. And some people can catch themselves. Yeah. So true.
Try to catch themselves before they end up.
Hold on.
I've seen. As a matter of fact, I've seen quite a few people just stop and go, hold on. No, that's not what I was going to do. That's not it. Hold up. Let me think about this for a second before I say it. And then it's like they actually go to figure out what it is. Then they come in.
Yeah. So true. Yeah.
Problems with putting two and two together. Yeah.
So true.
Yeah. And sometimes it's like even to the point where they forgot if, and heaven forbid if they're on medication or anything, but they'll
I'm telling
forget
you. Yeah.
to do anything for themselves. And you don't want to have that, anybody that's medicated doing
Right.
this, because if they can't remember what they're supposed to do, they can over medicate by mistake.
So true. So
And
yeah.
it can get bad.
Yeah, your with that your attitude changes, your mood changes, and we all know that. They somebody was stating that it was psychomatic,
Yeah.
disorder too. Brendan stated, I have family members that I've seen change in front of me. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
we were just talking about it today.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh
one
my
minute
God.
they 100% fine.
Yeah.
The next minute, this other person
They're
come in
just-
and they got different names. So they
Oh
yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
Pierce stated that some have serious learning disabilities. So true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why we
And
sitting there
frustrations
watching.
and
Yeah.
moods. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
why we sitting there watching.
Yeah.
Actually watching my daughter, because we want to be sure.
I was gonna. Yeah.
We want to
yeah. Mm-hmm.
be sure that what's going on with her, because for some strange reason things don't click with her, and she's
You keep your eye on that
Right,
and watching it.
right.
Yeah. With our children, we really have to
Yeah.
be aware and watch that, because they tend to change right away. They're laughing like, "What the hell is wrong?"
right,
wrong
and
with
that was the thing. With
Because I
her.
saw her one day on the couch. She
Yeah.
was doing that. And I was like, "What is that?"
Right.
Yeah.
All right, that's one of the things that we're looking at, because she would go into this like just laughing about something, or if we just sitting around, every now and then you hear something, and she's just off. I'm like, all right, that's not good. I'm like, I had to go back and check my bloodline. Like, hold up, did we ever have this? They were like, no.
Yeah.
Like, that's on that. That's on that.
And that goes through the bloodline.
Right.
Somewhere, somebody has that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Either
And
on
that
your
was the-
father's side or your mother's side.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that was
yeah.
the thing I was saying.
Yeah.
They live in what's that?
Depressive states.
Depressive states.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they do. Very depressed. Yeah. They'll be, withdrawn.
Always.
Like I said, the mood swings and things like that. You never know how they're going
Right.
to act, react, or.
Right. And see,
Yeah.
the thing is, with my daughter, I'm thinking that it was more so like TV raised her, because that's all they did was sit her in
Yeah.
front of the TV and walk
Right.
away and left her.
Right.
So I started thinking it was more of that, but I started realizing that no, it's harder for her to pick up on everything. We'll have her read.
Right.
She was reading a book. She'll start getting into it. Then all of a sudden, you tell her stop, go back, or whatever. She can't remember what she just did.
Yeah.
And then it's almost like the person that the other person that's inside of her would, take over,
yeah.
and then she would. Oh, then then she get back in it, but she still can't remember the same word that
Yeah,
we just helped her
yeah,
with.
yeah.
So it's kind of hard for her to
Yeah.
focus.
Yeah. Brenda stated it's harder with children.
Yeah.
Now it is easy to explain and talk and get things out.
Yeah.
So true, Brenda.
Yeah,
So true.
because it's like they can't understand
Right.
what it is. So we would talk to a therapist to find out how to approach,
Yeah.
to see what it is. We already had an idea that it was something blocking,
Yeah.
but it could be that kind of disorder
True.
because of the fact that it's like she has too many different people that she says she talks to. Like,
Yeah, I was going
right,
to say that we have our little
right,
people that we don't see, but they see.
right. So
know,
it's like
yeah.
it's hard to have, like, when you like 2, 3, maybe 4, 5
Yeah.
years old, you had that little
Yeah.
imaginary
Yeah,
friend.
like
everybody
me.
like all right, you got that imaginary friend.
My little friend. Yeah.
But this girl got like she don't
Flipping
have friends.
tables,
She
yeah.
has people. She has people, and every now and then she will laugh like they would. Like one
Yeah.
of them got a deep voice, so she'll go like
Oh,
that, and
God.
laugh. And we sitting there trying to find out, like, all right, who's that one?
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
yeah, so true. Pierce stated they cannot handle rejection or accept criticism.
Right.
Yeah, they get
Fantastically, that's what she
really
did.
fired up about
Right.
that when you try to correct them.
Exactly.
And,
And
yeah,
that's what she
yeah.
does. She gets upset because she can't. What is it? She just doesn't like for no one to pretty much tell her what to do.
Oh, yeah, that's
Um,
me.
She will go completely against what you say. She would do everything that you could think of the opposite. Like if you tell her something that would save her, she would do the opposite just because she don't think you should tell her what to do, kind of thing. So it gets ugly. it gets real ugly. And me and my baby in the house, like, look, why you? Oh, come on. We like,
What's
come
going on here?
So we're trying to talk to her and get her to understand things, but she's not getting it. They believe you think they're dumb, right? Right,
Yeah.
but this is the problem with that. Because of the lack of education at times with her, it's like you don't know exactly what she know, but when you do start seeing what she
Yeah.
doesn't know, and you try to correct it and teach her the right way,
Yeah.
she'll still go back to the part that makes it harder for
To-
her,
Yeah.
to make it harder to go through.
Yeah. Pierce stated, "You're just trying to help them."
Right.
True.
And they don't want the help sometimes.
they- yeah,
Sometimes they
yeah.
sit
They
there
wanna-
and
they
carry it
wanna do
like
it. Yeah.
they are right.
Yeah.
And
I
then
got
when people
it.
when people start backing off of them,
Yeah.
then all of a sudden they want to try to see what they can do to start helping themselves. But they don't help it to the fullest. They just help it enough to cover what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Now,
It's not
question
cool.
for you: do you think it's more children that have the personality disorders, or adults, or you think it's equal? What do you
I be-
guys think?
I believe that it's equal, but
Yeah.
I believe it's you start growing into it even more.
Yeah.
And like my baby said, it's her comfort zone. It's
Yeah.
like she won't change where she's from, what she's like, because she thought that the stuff that she was living was great, when in fact it was actually hurting her a lot.
Wow.
And she didn't get it. So yeah, and it's a lot of people that live in their comfort zone that had the same disorder, and they think that that's normal for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you'll hear them every now and then having conversations with themselves,
Yeah,
or they're like my I didn't know that my niece Kenyatta, shout out Kenyatta, that she was saying that she went through it,
Okay.
but I didn't know that until pretty much almost until that show she called in. That I didn't know that she was actually going through it until she
Wow.
explained to me. She was like, "Yeah, I've been going through it for a little while." And some people, of course, run to that one thing. They run to that medication.
Yes.
And that medication
Yeah.
doesn't actually help. It just silence
makes it
one of the person,
worse.
but it makes it worse when you come down off
It
of it.
does. It does.
So you got to be careful on that, definitely. But
Yes.
it is a serious disorder,
Yes,
and
it is.
you got a lot of people out here who you don't even know, like probably in higher places, big company owners, whatever, and they
Yeah.
suffer from
I've
the same
seen that.
problem.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And you know, they're like, "Who the heck are you talking to?"
Mm.
And they'll be actually talking to themselves. You're like, "What's wrong?" You know. You're like, "You okay?" You know. You're like, "Oh yeah." You know. So they're
Now, I
talking to
fuss
somebody.
at myself once in a while when I do something stupid. You know, everybody got that one time, like, what was you thinking? You know, they had that one part, but not to the full extent of a
Yeah.
conversation where I start answering me.
Right. Pierce stated they believe they're normal, not realizing they are off.
Right,
When you try to inform them, the person gets angry.
right,
They do.
right.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's the other part.
yeah.
We explain to our daughter that what's wrong and what's right and what should be done.
Right.
And she has this thing where she'll just stare at you like she want to say something, but she's scared to say anything. But she go in her room and then she'll start talking to herself, looking at herself closely in the mirror and talking to her. And I'm sitting there trying to get her, look, don't do that.
That's scary.
That's kind of, you gotta
Yeah.
talk. You gotta let us know what it is.
I was like that when I was a kid.
I said, prove it to me that what's going on. We
Yeah.
can help you.
Yeah. No, ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. And I'm like, who are you talking to? Nobody.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, and they be
Right.
they're talking to themselves the whole time, or the little in person, yeah. So you guys get in on this conversation. If you know somebody who's going through this exactly right now, or has been going through it, or yourself, don't hesitate to call in.
I'm sorry, 302-312-3435. 3534, sorry.
Yeah. Don't hesitate to call in and join in on this conversation, because this is a serious matter that everybody goes through, that they're afraid to let that out. Pierce stated also, most black people with disorders don't know. The family hides it from them. So true.
Yeah.
And accommodates the disability
accommodates the
instead in
disability,
helping
right.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they cradle it, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah, yeah.
just they enable them to do
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
that they should not do. And Smack said, let's talk about what's that?
North.
narcissistic
personality I have
disorder. I've cut some friends off. Well, yeah, and that's a disorder in its own because of the fact that
it is.
it makes it hard. The person is kind of hard to take fault in anything that they do. It's like, no, everything they do is actually right, and they
Right.
believe that this is what it is, and you can't tell me nothing different.
Right.
But it's actually, something wrong there. They just won't click in with it. Right.
Yeah.
Right. They will not accept it, and they will actually sit there and carry it like, yeah, you're the one wrong, not me.
Yeah.
And-
Argumentative.
Right. Very argumentative.
Yeah. And Smack stated, too controlling and can't see their own fault.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
true as well.
Right.
You guys' statements are so true, man. You guys are hitting it on the nose too.
And-
Because it's a lot of that.
And
And what
crazy
everybody is
enough,
saying. Yeah.
crazy enough, Smack hit it because my daughter
Yeah.
does the same thing. She's like, all right, y'all two doing something, right?
Yeah.
You tell her not to turn something this way, but turn it that way. She'll turn it this way or mess up or whatever. And then instead of her saying, oh, that's something that I did, she was like, well, you told me to turn something, and she would not ever add herself to it. You got what I'm saying? Meaning it's like she didn't do nothing at all.
Right.
So
you told me to.
yeah, and so that's how she's doing it. Will not take that fault whatsoever. She tells us all the time she don't ever want nobody to see me as being bad, but y'all can because y'all live with me. I'm like, no, that's not how that works.
Right. Yeah. That's
that
not. Yeah.
works.
That's not how. It
So
goes.
she doesn't take fault in nothing that she does, and that's what makes a lot of stuff real frustrating.
Yeah.
And you got to try to deal with them, try to help them out, try to get them help, but.
Yeah. And some of them they'll be in a corner somewhere, because whatever's inside of them told them to keep still.
Right.
So you're in punishment, you know what I mean? And that's the mental health part of it. And Brenda stated she will never apologize for anything.
Never. They will never.
Yeah.
They will never apologize because to them they didn't do a thing wrong. So never will they apologize. Yeah, that's a true statement.
Wow.
Never
And she said to
to
anyone.
anyone. It doesn't matter
Wow.
what it is.
Yeah.
Never will
And I
apologize.
and I know some people like that. They won't.
Mhm.
And you did it. No, I did not. I'm not going to apologize. This is what it is.
Don't you know how sometimes you
Yeah.
get those people that would apologize about like doing something for you and like it's
Yeah.
almost like that's an apology, but they're not
Yeah.
saying it.
Yeah.
Not her. She's not good. She's not even gonna do nothing for you. She's just gonna let it be like it ain't never happened.
That is
Like,
terrible.
oh, my
That's
goodness.
terrible. Yeah. But you guys, when you were a kid, did you ever experience anything like this? Going through a personality disorder.
Right.
When you were a little kid, did you?
Well, I didn't have a personality disorder because we had a strong fist in the house to make sure you remember who you are. So we
Okay. Yeah.
we didn't get a chance to. It's like, you had your little soldierman. Yeah, y'all can play that.
Yeah.
That's as
But
far as
you-
your disorder gonna go.
Get it together. Yeah. Smack stated, I used to be like that until I learned an apology helps mend some things.
Yes, it does.
Yes,
it does.
Yeah.
That's all it takes. I mean, and it's like not saying that you apologize to the point to make you weak.
Yeah.
You're apologizing for the situation. You're apologizing for the way that thing went down, that everything can be cleared up,
Yeah.
that you can actually just get past this
Yeah.
after y'all apologize and actually never relive it.
Exactly.
So the apology would stick with like, yeah, I'm sorry for that.
You got to
You
really
know,
put that forward.
and you
yeah.
got people who terrified to use the words "I'm sorry." So what they would say is like, "I can't say I'm sorry because I'm not a sorry person." That's not what that means.
Right. Yeah.
That does not mean what
I'm
that
sorry.
means.
I don't like that word. I'm sorry.
Some people use "I apologize" or
I
whatever.
apologize. You apologize. Stop
I
it.
know the difference. So
Yeah.
I would tell my wife, "Baby, I'm sorry."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't have no problem saying it because I know the difference.
Right. Yeah.
But that sorry person, I am not.
Right,
But
yeah, yeah.
but I do apologize for anything I do wrong. Like my wife sat there and told me many times I will forget stuff, which I have.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Baby, I'm so sorry. I did not remember it." She was like, "That's all right, baby. I know you're getting old. You know that's how that go."
Yeah. Smack stated, I admit my wrongs, but you best believe I gotta have conversation because at that time humans may not know when they are wrong.
Right. And
I believe that
and
statement.
unfortunately, it is
I
that
believe
way.
statement. Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's seriously that way. Where a lot of people do not actually recognize
Yeah.
that they were wrong for something, and you got to tell them. I mean, you got look. This is what happened. But if they still carry it like
Yeah.
nah, that wasn't how. Leave it alone then, because they're not going to see it no other way. It's not going to get any better. By the time y'all get finished, y'all going to be in more at each other than
Before.
you need to, right?
Yeah.
So then you just have to just leave it alone because you already know what it is. You already know that person's not going to take that. So yeah, that's one of them. So you gotta. Sometimes you just gotta leave it alone after a while, because I'll apologize and I'll explain to my wife what I heard or what I may have understood. What you said.
Right. Can you
Right.
clarify
If
that for me again?
if I may be wrong,
Yeah.
I expect you to tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. 'Cause
Admitting
if I
that I
heard-
was, yeah.
If I heard something and I'm
Right.
thinking this is what it is, I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Exactly.
But if she feels though that no, it was like this, and I'm like, hold up, I don't remember that part of the conversation at all. But all right, fine, and that's what it was. That's what it was. I leave it alone.
Yeah.
Because I can't sit there and dwell on it. Because if I don't know what it is, it's done.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
that's just what
you
it
just
is.
sit back and sometimes you got to throw your hand up like, okay.
And yes, communication, true,
Yeah.
smack. Communication is the key.
It is.
And it's like
It is.
my wife and I, we talk.
Yeah.
We still talk like we first got together. We talk all the time, and a lot of times I'm happy that we do have that thing that we can talk, because there are a lot of times that I will forget. A lot of times I will forget some things.
Now, do
And
you
she has to
now
let
do
me know.
you feel that's your inner person, or is that just you? What do you feel about that one?
Truthfully, I'm gonna say it like this. I never sat down and looked at it yet, but I know it's like a lot of times I've been realizing that things I never forgot before,
Yeah.
things I never just let go, all of a sudden I will forget.
Yeah.
So I try to go to some devices that will calm me down first to see where I went wrong or where things changed.
Yeah,
That way I
yeah.
could be sure that
Okay.
I'm not going through anything
Yeah,
crazier
yeah,
than I
yeah,
am.
yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I know I'm already flipping on things and slipping some things. I
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
be
yeah.
sure. I gotta be sure that my mind stay right, as much as possible.
Yeah, you have to. Smack stated, I'm gonna go get checked to see if I got some type of personality disorders because I'm different than most.
Yeah.
And we all are,
All of
you
us.
know, and
All of us are.
and some people won't do that. They won't go as far.
Because it's
do that,
admitting
yeah.
a fault.
Yeah.
It is admitting a problem.
Yeah.
And sometimes everybody like knowing the problem is half the battle, not all the time. Some people can't admit that fault, and they're going to have that. And they're going to sit there and tell you, nah, it's nothing wrong. It's not me. It's this ain't the other. It's them. And, when in fact, it may be you,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, so true. So true, so true. Yeah, that's important, and some people are afraid to just go out on that bench and, make that step for yourself.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? To find out what's really going on within you, So we're going to go to our video, you guys.
Okay. We're gonna get a video in by Quarter the
Yes.
Hustler,
Featuring.
featuring TNC. Oh,
I ain't rich yet.
I ain't rich yet. Okay.
Yeah, and
I'm
we'll be
trying-
right back.
We're young men in the city, Lord, that we submit our ways and our will to you, that you bless us with wealth, health, and education, Lord, that you would lead these young men and guide these young men into ways that black men have never been before. Lord, I tear down every prejudice in this country, Lord Jesus, and I just ask that whatever we put our minds to, that you would lead us and guide us through the way, through hard work, dedication, and prayer. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen.
This is the biggest song that's ever gonna come out the project. Trust on. I'm the biggest that come out. Trust me.
People ask me why I don't get no sleep, 'cause I ain't rich yet. On the road to the riches, that's strictly about business. If you know, then you know if that bread right, I'm with it. But if it's not, that's a personal problem, you tripping. People ask me why I don't get no sleep, 'cause I ain't rich yet. On the road to the riches, that's strictly about business. If you know, then you know if that bread right, I'm with it. But if it's not, that's a personal problem, you tripping. I can't get no sleep 'cause I ain't rich, so I be up at night. I be fucking on my body, I'ma make the sacrifice. How you look good in that bed knowing you ain't shit in life. Always move forward like them pedals on the bike. You need to check your circle. All my life I had to fight. This ain't no color purple. I'ma always handle business, yeah, and that's for certain. Growing up was taught to lead, serve with a purpose, and be my own person. I'm a different breed. My dog out here, a lemon squeeze. Taking candy from a baby like it's trick or treat. I don't buy no pills, so I'm just gonna go smoke some weed. Bills ain't cheap, so I can't do no work for free.
You did all that crazy. I can't hit hookers, your man, he got the camera.
People ask me why I don't get no sleep, cause I ain't rich yet. On the road to the riches, that's strictly about business. If you know, then you know if that bread right, I with it. But if it's not, that's a personal problem, you trippin'. My new Glock 30 like a pit bull, I tap it, make it go get 'em. Who you playin' with? Niggas don't be saying shit. Niggas don't be dangerous. Fuck around, get hit with one of these stainless. The only way is up. And I ain't never looking back, you know them days is up. And I ain't never turn my back on niggas who have my trust. You know the strong only survive when they come to hang with us.
It's really a matter of protecting your dreams, protecting your imagination. That's really the key. And when you do that, then the world just seems limitless.
People ask me why I don't get no sleep, cause I ain't rich yet. On the road to the riches, that's strictly about business. If you know, then you know if that bread right, I with it. But if it's not, that's a personal problem, you trippin'. People ask me why I don't get no sleep, cause I ain't rich yet. On the road to the riches, that's strictly about business. If you know, then you know if that bread right, I with it. But if it's not, that's a personal problem, you trippin'.
There's only one way, man. There's only one way, man. You can hustle that shit. There's only one way to hustle it.
Dream, dream.
Okay.
Thank you. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yes.
That was Quad the Hustler.
Hustler.
I apologize for the name. Quad the Hustler. Featuring Team
Featuring. Yes. I hope you enjoyed that video.
Yeah, fantastic. Young brothers out of Philly. They doing their thing. I love it.
Yeah. Pals out for that. Yeah. Awesome video. Also, tonight we're going to talk about what we've been talking about. We're going to go back to that. Personality disorder.
Right.
Yeah. There's many ways that people can come out of personality disorder.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. I mean, I hate the fact of speaking on medication, but that's too the far extreme for me. There are people that help you out with counseling and all
Yes.
that does work.
Yeah.
Hell, sometimes just being home with your family then help
you
get
with
through
that.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
can help you get through it because I take it. It's just my opinion.
Yeah.
It's not a true fact. My opinion is that is more so of a disorder of a person that's been spending more time alone, that they had to go on their own ideas, their own way of living, their
Yes.
own way of thinking,
Yes.
and not being able to rely on the thoughts of others or to help them. That's what I believe.
Yes.
But I know it may be a little bit more to that, or it may be a lot more to it.
Yeah.
But I'm just more so saying that I've seen people, if you gave them the right connection,
Yeah.
the right, combination of people to deal with or whatever and be around or whatever, after a while they'll come up out of that kind of bubble that they're in.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that it always work, but a lot of times if you can show concern and be there for them and understand that what they're saying may be just a little bit off, and you just like, okay, you just let it be what it is and you continue to be there. Sometimes they look at it like, I know I could be off, but you still there for me kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it start triggering for them to start thinking a little bit better just to save that friendship that you've given them.
Yes.
So you got to be careful with that. So,
Yeah.
like I said, if y'all have anybody in the family, any friends, anybody that you know that have experienced these problems, you can call in and talk to us at 302-312-3534. Just call in and let us know where we could be. Let some other people know will help you, will work for you to help somebody else.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll give
Definitely.
it a good call for someone, to get them out of their problems. So please call in.
Somebody needs to hear this conversation
Yeah.
tonight. So share this topic tonight. Is really, really powerful message that we all need to talk about. Like I said earlier, people hold these things in, like I know, like early in the years, it becomes, within yourself when you're young.
Right.
And then as you're growing older, it becomes worse sometimes because you're like, who the heck are you laughing with? Who are you talking to? You know what I mean? So you're having that issue. You don't know it. You're not picking up on it.
Exactly.
But other people do.
Exactly.
So yeah.
So you gotta be very careful, and it's like it's the best way that you can to get out and talk. That's one of the best things you can do. You got to be able to talk it out, talk it with a doctor, with a person that, and some people don't like doctors to talk about stuff like that because they think there's nothing wrong. Right. So you wanna find someone that you can trust, that you can talk
communicate with and talk
Right.
that about excuse me, talk that with
because some people they lose that ability to trust in other people to help.
So true.
So when they lose that inability to do that, then what happens is they sit there and they let it fester up, and then the people who do know about it, as they pass off, and that person's still there, it makes it harder because what end up happening is they start lashing out at the other people because you were the one that used to take the blame or help out with them. So if you pass off and that person's still not ready, still not off, I mean, still not fixed. I mean, they will end up getting worse. So you gotta try to do the best thing you can to help those that you know, or if you're one that does have it, try to have a good friend to help you out with it, because it's not really that easy.
Because it's like this, Raphael. Some people have that question within themselves, and they ask, "What's going on with me?"
All the time.
What's in me? What's going on?
Yeah.
Is there something inside of me that I don't know about?
All the time. And it took me a while. I'm not gonna lie. I questioned myself a whole lot because, like I said, I'm my worst critic. I'm always against me. So I had to ask my question about myself, like, what is it about me that I can do everything for everybody else, but can't do a thing for myself? And that was my question towards me, because I've seen myself like fall down that rabbit hole when I try to do something for myself, but come out a champ helping everybody else. So I never understood that, why. But as far as the disorder is concerned, I'm one of those people that, hey Kenyatta.
Hi.
It's like I'm one of those people that gets on there and try my best to help everybody as best way that I can, because people need other people at times.
Exactly.
And even if I see that you're struggling, I want to try to be there and help you and be there for you. Because the best thing I can do is to make sure that you are going to be okay when I exit from you. So I have to be cool with that.
Smack stated, do everything for everybody else, but skip myself over.
That's what I did.
We can't be.
That's what I have done.
We gotta change those things, don't we?
That's what I have done. I've been doing
everybody,
stuff
but
for
not
everybody,
yourself.
not myself.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm pushing myself now through these classes I'm doing, because I need to do this.
Something for you.
Right.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of self-doubt at times, but I'm trying to keep myself going, because everybody was like, so why didn't you do this? I don't know. didn't think it was going to work, or things. But then everything else, I'm helping everybody else blow up like a champ. Let me see. Hey, Kenyatta said, I am the same way. Oh, okay, from what I was saying. All right. Hello. She said hello now. Smack said,
I don't
I
like
don't
failure.
like failure. Exactly. I'm terrified of failure.
Me too.
I am, and I think that's pretty much everybody.
I like to accomplish everything that I'm supposed to do.
yeah.
I'm supposed to be completion.
And if
supposed
I-
to be completion.
If
Yeah.
I don't, if it doesn't work for me, I
Yeah.
feel like I completely failed at everything. Or if
Yeah.
I see something like it's just like the disorder that my daughter going through, I feel like it's my fault.
Yeah.
You got what I'm saying? Even though my baby sit there and tell me all the time, baby, it is not your fault. I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel it. I feel like I
feel
need to
because
take it.
I'm the father.
Right. I feel like I have to
and
take
she's
it.
my daughter, so I need to do
Right,
something
and that's
to-
what I feel like. I need to take
Yeah,
that one and like,
yeah.
all right, I need to help
but
fix
it's
that.
not, you can't be hard on yourself because you know what I'm saying. So,
Mm.
yeah.
Kenya said that's what I've been doing, and I push, and I'm pushing myself
Chill.
to with school, job training, and job interviews. Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah,
That's
that's
awesome.
great.
Keep yourself
Keep
busy.
going, keep
Yeah,
busy,
you
keep
have to do that.
yeah. Keep pushing it because I know you. I knows you're smart. So
I know
yeah,
she's smart. Yeah.
so yeah, you're gonna be fine. Just keep
Yes.
doing what you're doing because you're gonna find out that it's not the people around you that's going crazy, and it's not always just you that's going
Yeah,
crazy.
so
It's just
true.
the way society is. So
Yeah.
you're gonna have to deal with it, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen for you.
yeah. So
When I fail, I'm very hard on myself to the point I get I get depressed. Yes. Yes, Mac. True that.
Yeah.
True that. I went that route that everything that I pushed wasn't working.
yeah.
People who know me doing entertainment work knows it was like a few real close friends know I have a play in my mind. I had this play in my mind for the last over 10 years. I'm not going to lie. I never put it to paper, and I feel like it's going to fail.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm terrified of it. So I won't even do it. So there's people sitting there like, no, you need to try and do it. I'm like, no, I feel like I may fail. So yeah, and it's like I'm scared of failure. I'm terrified
You
of
can't
failure.
you can't, you gotta, I used to be the same way, like, oh my God, I know I can do better.
Right.
That was in my mind. I know I can do this better than that. Let me do it over.
Right.
Let me show you I can, you know what I mean? So yeah, we all go through that. It's not just you, it's
Right.
everybody, so we all.
Because I look at everything I do at least once and then I go, ill.
Yeah.
And I gotta do something better than that. I really do. I go
We
ill.
have to, man.
So
We
yeah,
have to,
and it looked like to me, it looked like I failed, but everybody else was like, "No, you did great. This ain't never." I feel like in my heart, I'm like, "Nah, something could have been better with that." I look at everything from the movies I did and everything. I sit there and go, "Oh, that's not good."
Now, do you grab your daughter's hand and ask her, is there anything you need to talk to me about?
All the
Anything
time,
that
we sit
you
down,
need to-
we talk to her
about-
every day and ask her, "Is there anything that she needs to say? Anything that she wants us to know? Anything that we can do?" She's like, "No, I'm fine. No, I'm fine."
Here she's chippy.
Then somewhere down the line,
She's like,
then somewhere down the line, it just goes off. We don't know when it turned, what time in the afternoon that
It
turned.
did a
a whole turn, and then all of a sudden we sitting there having a serious conversation with her. Like, we were just talking to you. What happened?
right.
Just went off. Completely went off.
Wow.
My baby said, "I'm the one that's always there to help people." Yeah, she is. She is. That's been somewhat of my downfall all my life. Well, she considered it a downfall because she would put all out into it.
Okay. I understand that.
And a lot of times people don't understand her and they don't try their best to appreciate what she did.
Right. Yeah.
And so I've seen her go all the way out on a limb for somebody. I mean, gave ridiculous money for no reason. I'm saying, like, baby, you sure she said, but they need it. It's gonna help. I'm like, okay. So then all of a sudden she was like, yeah, now they act like they don't know me. Yeah.
Yes.
Blow it off. Yeah.
That's called eye opener. Yeah, we've all done that. Like, wait a minute, I ain't heard from you. You know what I mean? Like you calling and reaching out, nobody's responding. Yeah, that's what we go through. We have to learn from those mistakes. Yeah.
But what's that? Kenyatta said
Yeah.
you can't fail until you try.
Yeah.
And once you do, you have become successful because you will know what's next. That is true.
Yes, Kenyatta.
That is true.
So true. You are so right on the head. And she also stated that I wish I could do that with my mom, but I had to turn to God and never let him go.
Right.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah. BT and J's is now closed permanently.
Oh,
That.
I don't know. Oh, her bank. That's her bank name.
You know
BTNJ.
You know what?
She's not giving nobody no more money. BTNJ
what?
is
I
closed
can't
permanently. She is not going to. It's like you got to understand the people. You got to see.
Like, huh?
You really got to see like the people who comes to her and say the things that they need. Like
Oh my God.
some people call
You have my
and
stomach hurt.
and ask her to cash app them some money for no reason. Like, hold on, I haven't talked to you in like how many years? I'm like, okay.
Oh, we need a laugh.
Yeah.
We need that.
But she's
Yeah.
usually the helping person. She's usually the one that will come out and do some stuff to do great things. You know, then after a while she'll be like, all right, that wasn't cool because of this and the other. So yeah, I dig it.
People gonna be there filling out application for a loan. yeah. But on this serious note, this thing is real serious, mentally and physically on somebody.
Right.
I see people all the time, who's going through that. They'll be standing there walking, talking to themselves. And I'm like, okay, their mind ain't right. I need to stay away.
Right.
Yeah. So, have you ever seen somebody like that?
Definitely.
They're really going off.
Definitely. There was this guy that was in our neighborhood when we were younger. He used to walk down the street, had his little what's that Thunderbird in his pocket.
Oh.
He's down there, he's drinking and, talking to everybody that's not around him, just talking. And a little history on him that I found out that he used to be a college professor.
And those
this
are the
guy
ones, right?
and this guy went completely off. Something said bing and it was over.
Oh my God.
And he just walks down the street talking to himself, sit out there. It was hard to when you look at him. You're like, no, really? Like, yeah. He was a college professor, and he actually did a lot of great work. All of a sudden, he was off.
That is horrible.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
And Kenyatta said, I've witnessed that, and I just pray. Right, yeah. You got a lot of these guys out here, who've done some amazing things. Like you see some of these Vietnam vets out here, and all of a sudden they're gone off in the head.
Yeah.
But in the military, there was probably some good scientists or great war heroes or whatever, and you never know about it. Some of these disorders, they change. It changes people's lives for the worst, and sometimes
Those
it just
meds take a turn.
Right.
In your body.
and it takes a horrible turn, and it hurts. It hurts not only the person, it hurts the family.
Yeah,
and then
because they see what they're going
right,
through. Yeah.
and then they got to come out there and try to help save them or whatever, or then they on that verge where they're looking for them people. There's people who have left their home with the same disorder, and families have been out looking for them, put up missing
flyers.
people.
Yeah,
And
that's a horrible thing right there.
and that's because someone left that person alone
unattended.
too long.
Yeah.
Too long. If you know that they sitting there doing everything they can, talking to themselves, being a certain way, look at all the signs. Look up signs for personality disorder, and start trying to see if anybody that you know have any of those signs.
Yeah.
If so, you want to try your best to, if you can't help them, find help for them, but do it quietly because you don't want to send them off running.
Exactly.
Because a lot of them will do that. They will leave. They will run, and they don't want your help. So you got to be careful with it. Even though, sometimes, when you notice that they don't need help or when they don't want your help, you can't always push it because a lot of times they will actually blow you off even more, or it'll be a situation that gets worse. So if you're going to do it, you can ask. They have like these ask a nurse lines that you could talk to and find out like what is the best approach. And they will tell you, don't go at it hard. Don't tell them, well, we're going to take you to get you fixed, whatever. Just try to see where they are. Like some people have like a little things that they'll see, like that's not really there, like that little I can't remember the exact name of it, but they're hallucinations. Like they will see things, and you don't want to alarm them and make them think that you think they're stupid or that they're crazy. What you do is you sit there and you allow them to talk to you about it.
Yeah, it's so true. Yeah,
and ask them every now and then, and like, are you all right? There's not anything that's going on. They start thinking, no, you playing with me. No, I want to make sure that you're okay. Make sure that you reassure them.
So what is it, you do the conversation, what do you see?
Right.
What's over there? So you go over there, like nursing homes.
Right.
I used to work at a nursing home and the lady used to talk like, I'm like, oh my God. She said, the baby's over there. So I would go over there and like, oh my God, let me pick the baby up. Just try to keep them in that calm state.
Keep them calm.
I say, here you go. You know what I mean? And, do it like that because, it'll set them off. Like, you didn't do what I asked you to do. You're like, wait a minute now. I'm trying to help you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you got to be careful because they'll turn into Heckle and Jekyll on you.
Right.
And then really hurt you and themselves. So, yeah.
My wife says families seem to change before they do. That's true.
Yeah, so true.
So, I mean, my thing is my wife have actually told me some stories about people not being able to remember certain things. Also worked in a nursing home and everything. But the thing is, hers was, I want to find out if, like, Alzheimer's is also a sign of a personality disorder.
They say that.
But I want to be sure because it's like my wife could tell you some stories that was like awesome, but she's been able to help guide some people in certain things. Like I've heard her tell people to the point where, your husband needs you to do certain things, or this and the other, and their husband has been gone for many years. So what calms them down is that they talk about their husband. So I've seen my wife do some really amazing things with people. When there's times I'm sitting there with that, what? Huh? No. Oh, okay, I got it now. This is what's wrong. So then I have to catch on. And so it's one of those things.
Yeah, that's crazy. Smooth that down the bottom. Smack. We both belong.
Okay, hold on. Can you understand? I talk to myself because I am very emotional about everything, and if I feel like it's bad, I'll call my
PRP.
PRP,
or therapist.
Or a therapist. That's what's up.
Yeah,
I mean, at least the
that's
thing
good.
is,
At least you
said therapist.
You're on point because you're like, something's off about me. I need to do this.
Right.
Something needs to happen.
And
right
a lot
away,
of people will not admit that they
won't.
need to see a therapist every now and then.
Like Smack stated as well.
Wrong.
She said she was going to do the same thing. I think I need to. She's not saying I think, but.
Yeah.
I need to go and get myself checked out because I feel as though something, So, and that's good. And that's how we have to, think in our minds. Okay, something's off about me that I'm not happy with. I need to do something about this because I'm going to either hurt myself or someone else.
Right,
yes,
exactly.
Yes. And Smack stated, I went through it with my grandmother. Dementia and Alzheimer's. Yeah. And it was hard, and I believe that.
Yeah.
They go off, now and then. They'll talk about something way back, and you be like, okay, then they'll come back to reality, like, oh, I see you got this. Where's that? Or where's Ted? Or where's such and such? You be like, my mom did that,
I do hospice every now and then.
Do you?
Yeah, I still do. So I've seen like how that can go, and this one lady, she's so sweet though, but she has this friend that she talked to. So when I came in the room, I thought she was talking to me, but she was talking to her friend, and then she looked at me and said, "So it's when's supper?" I'm like, hold up. Well, we just talking about that, but no, she was having that other conversation and then
Okay.
turned to me.
Oh,
And then when I
gosh.
told her, I'm saying, I'm not sure what you're having for supper. She turned back on and started telling the person, he don't know. So I'm like, oh, okay. Like, okay, so it wasn't me. So yeah, it does happen.
Yeah. Smack stated that my grandmother called me grandma and switched roles. Ooh, yeah, it can happen.
Yeah.
It can happen. I'm telling you. You know, you gotta. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and a lot of times as the elderly gets older, they go back to
Yes,
their
they do.
childhood.
Their childhood, yeah.
And they
They're
start
little
thinking on
kids.
their
Yeah.
childhood, like their little friend or whatever. Wow. Wow. So yeah.
What? Wow. That's
So they
deep.
do that. So
do?
and I believe that's one of those disorders that you really
Yeah.
have to be more patient with.
Yeah, you do.
You got to be able to be okay.
Go with it. Yeah.
Don't upset
there,
them because
yeah.
they get combative.
Yes, they do.
And they be ready to fight you and,
Yes.
and everything else. So
And
yeah,
will.
gotta be
With no hesitation.
gotta be careful with them.
Yes.
So y'all gotta understand. It's a lot out there. It's a lot of stuff to us that
Yeah.
we don't even know.
Yeah.
So we gotta be careful with everything. And I'm gonna tell you, Kenyatta, I'm proud of you also because you actually said you have seeked a therapist. A lot of people wouldn't do it. You have done the absolute right thing. So that's a great thing. I'm proud of you and I love you for that. So you doing everything for yourself. That's great.
That's awesome. Yeah, keep up the good work. Says continue. You know, you made me feel good. You know, when you say, you know, when you feel as though something's not right, you go step out there and
Yeah.
you know get on that horn. You know,
Because you got a lot of people who don't know.
yeah.
Not only do
Yeah,
they, not only they don't know, they don't care to know. They want to believe that
Right.
they are absolutely fine, and it hurts. It can hurt them. So yeah, we got to just be careful with it.
Yeah, you guys. Tonight was an amazing topic, you guys, and you know, I'm so happy for those who did reach out tonight.
Right, and I thank
You know,
y'all.
continue, you know, doing what you do. You know, for those who are seeking newness, do that. You know, keep, you know, being lifted up. You know, Kenyatta stated.
Okay, I have as a physical. Is that no? That's not physical. Give me a second.
I'm putting my eyes back on.
Thank you. I have a psychiatrist also.
Okay.
It's just I can only talk to who
Will listen.
Who will listen?
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, everybody
That's
will.
true.
Everybody won't listen. They'll pretend.
Not only that,
they're listening.
That is the
Yeah.
hardest. That was one of the main
Yeah.
reasons why people don't reach out.
Yeah.
It's because you're not listening, and
Yeah,
people
yeah.
need that ear. I mean, sometimes even if you know the problem that they're having,
Yeah,
or
the
have seen
smallest
it,
thing.
or if even took some time to actually recognize all these problems. Sometimes just sitting there and stay quiet and just listen to them. Let them talk it out. They'll start figuring it out for themselves, or they'll start coming to you more often so that they can actually start listening to your opinions of what you can do to help them. So sometimes they just need an ear.
Yeah. So
They
true,
just need
so
an
true.
ear.
So true. Yes, you guys. I am so glad to tune in tonight, man. And Brenda stated, people don't want to be judged.
That is true. And
Exactly.
yeah.
Yes.
People do not want to be judged.
They
So that
don't.
is true.
They
So
don't.
that's the reason why they get afraid to speak out. A lot
Yeah.
of people need to have that time.
So true. Yeah. So with that, you guys, I appreciate all of you calling in. All of you who tuned in tonight.
Thank
Please
y'all.
share this topic. It's very important for someone. I'm not sure who you are, but I know somebody out there needs to hear this. Also, I want you guys to keep my family lifted up in prayer. You know, what we're going through. I'm not going to say any more about that. Also, next week we're going to talk about Let It Out. I'm going to let you know what Let It Out comes from, where it came from. It's my story, but it's not just my story. It's anybody's story who's afraid to let it out.
All right, I got you.
Also, I want you guys to go on Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, or what have you. I want you to go on there and check out this new song by myself and Big Tony, one of the pioneers of Go Go from Trouble Funk. I want you guys to go on there, download it, share it. I want you to let me know what you think about it. It's a lifter, it makes you jump. Yes. So come on now, and and if you guys are artists, don't hesitate to submit your music to submissions at plugstudio.network.com. All right, you guys continue to be safe, and I will see you on the next channel. Peace.
I'm up against the fight of my life. I'm so afraid to sleep at night. You won't get away. It's time for me to let it out. I refuse to run and hide. I must let it